Hello guys, what's up? Tutagamon here. In continuation to my Black Ops 3 benchmarks, in this video we are going to see the performance of GTX 970. As always, this will be a digital recording at 60 frames per second, which is done on an external device, so we will see pure performance. I'm using my trusty old Core i5 2500. Okay, it is not top of the line anymore, but it gets the job done. 4.8 GHz for the operating frequency of the CPU, 16 gigabytes of system RAM, which is very helpful for this benchmark. Black Ops 3 has crazy system RAM requirements. GTX 970 for the graphics card, Gigabyte G1 latest Forceware game ready driver for Black Ops 3, and these are the operating frequencies. The real boost will be 1.5 GHz. We will see that at the end of the video, of course. I'm going to use fraps to gather frame rate data, and we will see the result in this file. The simple benchmark result. We are going to see the analysis with two tools, and let me launch a game. Let's see the options first. I'm using 1080p resolution, field of view at 90, and the advanced settings are at their maximum values. All except motion blur, due to recording reasons, due to compression reasons to be exact. I want to keep visuals clear, and I'm going to benchmark the new world mission. Let me go to the start mission. I wish we could avoid this cutscene.
It's okay.
How
Calm
difficult
down.
would it be if there was press escape to skip this or keep the left mouse button pressed? Anyway,
achieved our objectives.
don't let me get started.
It's always going to be better than machine. Unfortunately, you sustained life-threatening injuries. You're stable, but you got a long way to go.
Who are you?
It's me, Taylor. I think it's time you woke up, don't you?
Downtown Zurich.
Hey!
I'm starting a benchmark. The real-time session has begun.
Taylor.
Yeah. Do you know what's happening to you?
Am I dreaming?
Well, let's say you are.
Why not just go with it, right? After all, you can always wake up. December 12th, 2054, 7:30 a.m. We're on board a private commuter train headed to the Zurich headquarters of the Coalescence Corporation. Our cargo, prototype for the Winslow Accord Neural Network Initiative. At its core, specialized AI software that's capable of rewriting itself in order to interface with any other system in the world. State-of-the-art stuff back in the day. It'd go on to revolutionize a broad range of military and civilian applications. At least, it would have if the train had reached its destination. At 7:31 a.m., a terrorist group detonated an explosive device on board this train. The incident sent back our robotics program several years. You're here to stop it.
This isn't real. It can't be. What is happening to me?
Right now, you're in a medically induced coma being prepped for surgery. You've got a new bit of hardware inside your head. It's called a direct neural interface, or DNI. I've got one too. That's how I'm able to communicate with you. Your DNI is what connects your mind with your new body and the larger world around you. We're connected. All of this is a simulation inside our minds. And you got a long way to go.
RPG!
11:30 a.m., December 11th, 2054. Zurich security forces receive an anonymous tip giving them the location of a hideout the terrorists are using. Unfortunately, the ZSF underestimated the firepower these assholes were packing. They got caught with their pants down, and they took it hard. Outcome? Train go boom. You remember Diaz?
I think so.
It's gonna help get you up to speed on some of the cool new shit you can do.
Communication, brother. We all gotta be in sync. Yo, Taylor, you're a fucking dick. You didn't hear shit? If I want to talk to you, the DNI transmits on a closed channel. I don't even have to think about it. But, just so you know, if you ever think about calling Taylor a dick for real, brother, he's gonna mess you up worse than those robots. All right, let's go see if you can do this without ending up a Swiss cheese like those poor bastards. Okay, weapons hot. Wipe the floor with that. Return fire!
Taking center path.
There's never just one route. High, low, left, right. Different paths yield different advantages. Your DNI can provide combat critical info to help you better read the battlefield. Switch it to tactical mode. Like opening your eyes for the first time, right? All right, use your enhanced mobility. It may take a little getting used to, but your confidence will soon grow. Try it for yourself. I got a hunter that says you can do it. markers? They represent kill zones, not somewhere you want to be. Reinforcements at the truck. Attack mode info is synced across the team. One of us sees something, we all see it, even through cover. Keep moving up! Check your ammo. Grab more if you need it. D&I doesn't just help us communicate with each other. It allows us to interact with a variety of computer systems, including pretty much all the basic drone units. Now, bipeds, sophisticated ground units, those are a whole lot trickier, brother. Those sons of bitches got a damn hive mind. You try to process and control all that, your brain is toast. But these fuckers are easy. Go ahead. Hack in. Go see what's on the other side of this wall. Fits like a glove, right? Now somewhere through there is a generator. Take it out and that door should open. Grab fresh ammo whenever you see an ammo crate. Last thing you want is to be in a fight with no bullets. Suppressors, second level. If you want to get creative, you can use remote hijack on those turrets. Use your environment. Shoot down those vats. Faction's hideout is just ahead. Once inside, interface with their central console. Pull any data you can. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Just take a second. Take a deep breath in and tell me what happened.
I was back in Ethiopia. The grunts, I lived it all again. What's happening to me?
Shit. You know how your senses can trigger vivid memories? Make you think of sounds, sights, words from songs. Make you think of stuff you haven't thought of in years. The DNI can make that a lot more visceral. Little glitches on your optics, little whispers in your ear. This shit happens. The doctor can straighten it out. You just need to recalibrate your meds. Trust me, you're gonna be fine.
So what now?
Oh, right now, you're gonna interface with that console. As soon as you plug in, you'll be able to extract and process the information in a heartbeat.
Got it. They had a man on the inside, at Coalescence. He would have been able to supply them with everything they needed to bypass the security on the train.
The botched assault, man, it took 6 hours for the ZSF to get that information. Outcome? Train go boom. Took you just 6 minutes.
Yeah, it would have been 5 if you hadn't freaked out when you saw those robots.
So what happens now?
Now we go find the son of a bitch.
And this is the end of the benchmark. Let's quit the game and see what the overall performance looks like. Goodbye. Okay, first of all, task manager, CPU usage. It is ridiculously high, as you can see, maxed out. Wow. The frame rate result was 74 frames per second. Not too bad, but we still have to see the analysis of this result. Frame rate and frame times. The frame rate is very high. The frame times are not too bad. I do not see many spikes. The GPU usage is at maximum throughout the benchmark. No CPU limits. CPU temperatures per core quite good. The CPU usage is quite interesting in this game. As you can see, after a point, and I believe this is where the actual fight started, the CPU usage is absolutely bonkers. Very high CPU usage. This is crazy. I don't remember having seen such high CPU usage on a 4.8 Core i5 2500. 11 gigabytes, more than 11 gigabytes of system RAM used at its peak. Very demanding. This is a first also. The power of the card is around 73%. Temps are okay. .5 gigahertz for the core clock. And this is another interesting metric from this run. The video RAM is at 4 gigabytes. It is seriously maxing out the GTX 970. This is really crazy. Awesome. And the CPU temps again, as an average, around 70 degrees Celsius. Very good. So now let's see what the analysis of the benchmark can show us. I need this file, and we can see the frame render times in this graph. They are mostly below 16 milliseconds. We do have some slower frames, of course. As for the frame rate, it is surely above 60 frames per second and above 70 according to our benchmark result, of course. We do have some crazy high frame rates, some spikes, and the curve of the slowest to the fastest frame times. We do have quite a steep curve here, which means that some frames were very fast and some were very slow. Let's see what this calculator can show us. Again, I'm going to need the same file. These programs use the same file and they just show a different analysis. This one is a little more analytical. Let's start with the easy stuff, the frame rate. Again, we see that the average is 74.2 frames per second, and the frame rate graph, not bad, but this is the list. This is a very interesting chart as well. The stuttering is at 1.2 millisecond. quite good. The GTX 970 seems to perform quite adequately in this benchmark. This chart shows us the time spent according to what we set here. In this slider, I want the time spent to show us the 16.7 millisecond, which is the frame times for 60 frames per second. And as you can see, the vast majority of the frame times are below 16 milliseconds, sorry. So we do have a quite decent 60 frames per second experience, but we do have some spikes here and there. Average frame times, the variability not crazy. Very nice stuff. Very nice performance for from the 970. I'm pretty happy with it. Of course, the perceived frame rate according to the calculator would be around 53 frames per second, which is still not too bad. Don't forget that the end scene is the one with the slowest frame rate and frame times, so it was not a gameplay session actually, but it is what it is. This is what I chose for the benchmark session. This is my result. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. Take care.